top division doubles match. Douglas and Nicolas representing the Warriors. It will be Foronda and Amigorena for the Cyclones. Officially, Amigorena slides in for Manu, who is out on this game day. We've seen Foronda and Amigorena play together before. They're the second division team this season for the Cyclones. Now they get their chance at Douglas and Nicolas coming into this one, losers of 2 in a row, but still 4-3 on the season.
Definitely lately have been seeing a much more aggressive Foronda. Let's see what we get today.
There's a serve by Douglas. We begin our next match. Backhand to the inside. It's tipped off the side wall. Foronda and Amigorena get the first point.
That ball crossing the wall low. And to start things off with a Nicolas miss is a rare thing to see.
Nicolas gets up on the serve, low runner, tipped off the side wall. Warriors tied up quickly, 1-1. Amigorena handles in the backcourt, low runner. Nicolas steps around it, keeps it on the left side. Hard throw. There's Foronda. Nicolas up at the 12 line, backhand to the inside, pulled in by Foronda at the 10. Amigorena picks it up off the sidewall. Strong backhand. Just out of reach of Douglas. Here's Nicolas. This one crossing the sidewall. Foronda pulls it in. Catch by Amigorena. Backhand, a little bit lower. Douglas gets in there. Cuts it off at the 9 line. High and hard with the backhand. There's Amigorena. Catch on the left side of Amigorena. He pulls it off the sidewall. There's Nicolas, backed up to the 12. Amigorena, there's a low bullet, drops between the Warriors. Nicolas plays it on the back end. There's the rebote. Foronda from the costado, looking to pass. Not a lot on that rebote. Nicolas digs it out. Amigorena picks it up high on the left side, low runner. Nicolas steps up. Rebote forehand. Caught by Nicolas, keeps it on the left side again. Powerful throw. Amigorena goes up for it. Douglas now, there's a costado, split placement, right to the forehand of Foronda. Foronda to the inside
cortada.
on the cortada. Nicolas gets it off in one fluid motion. What a catch. Forehand to the outside. Nicolas cuts off the 3 wall, comes back over the top. Amigorena settles back to the 13 line with the catch. Douglas on the forehand now. Blasted to the inside, caught by Foronda. Douglas up the 8, blast another one. Amigorena's there. Nicolas from the 10. Amigorena keeps it on the left side. This one drops between the Cyclones. Foronda lays it up. Douglas looking forward, he takes it in at the 8. Forehand, power to the inside, caught off the sidewall by Amigorena. Here's Douglas at the 9 line, another powerful backhand, that's caught. Again, deep in the backcourt. Return clears the overhead screen. Douglas, powerful forehand rebote, just out of reach of Amigorena. Foronda trying to get in there with one hand and miss the rebote. That's a point for the Warriors. They lead 2-1.
With that one, Amigorena, rather, here in the backcourt, did have a play to make that catch. He thought that Foronda probably could do something better with it off the rebote, but then rebote did not come out by much.
Amigorena handles the serve. There's the low runner. Scooped up by Nicolas. Catch in the corner, back at the 13 line. Hard throw. Nicolas again, this time just beyond the 11 line. Douglas goes up for it, backhand. Oh, bullet, stopped by Foronda. Nicolas launches his backhand out of reach of both Cyclones. Foronda takes it in on the back end, but that caught the overhead screen, and it's out of play. 3 points for Douglas and Nicolas of the Warriors.
Trying to get that ball back to the back wall high and hard. Whether it's coming off the forehand or backhand, have to keep that overhead boundary in mind.
Amigorena again from the middle of the court. Low runner. Nicolas steps up to it. Powerful backhand. That's out of reach. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. That's taken in by Nicolas. Amigorena back beyond the 13 line. Catch by Nicolas. Same spot. A little bit higher and harder. This one's coming out. Robote forehand. That clears the overhead screen. Pulled in by Nicolas. Low bullet right on the wall. Amigorena gets out of the way. Foronda lays up the Robote. Douglas steps around it, has it on the forehand. He blasts it into the corner. Amigorena takes off, gets out there to make the save. Right back to Douglas. Inside placement now. That's scooped by Amigorena. Backhand. Catch on the left side of Nicolas. He rifles another one. Amigorena back there to stop it. This one caught off the sidewall. Backhand comes in low. Nicolas calls him off, makes the catch. A little bit higher on the return. Robote forehand played on the backhand, right to Douglas. Douglas, bullet, cut off by Amigorena. Amigorena ducks out of the way. Foronda alone for the forehand Robote. That's caught by Nicolas on the left side. Powerful return. Another one. Nicolas back there at the 10 line. Amigorena makes the catch. High hard throw. Nicolas. He steps away. Douglas, forehand Robote back over the top. Caught by Foronda. Foronda keeps it along the wall. There's Nicolas. Nicolas all he can behind this one. Robote played up at the 7. Right into the backcourt. There's Nicolas again. Catch off the sidewall. Foronda, beautiful play. And a nice return. Douglas, right side Robote. Amigorena gets in there. Over the top with the right side. Nicolas, good control. Low bullet. There's Douglas, able to cut it off. Hard throw. Right back to Amigorena. He stands in. Backhand 2-wall. In and out of the basket of Douglas. That's a second point for the Cyclones.
Douglas did a great job of getting over to that ball. He's able of making this scoop. But just, yeah, it came right out of it. I mean, immediately came out of his cesta. Good read by Douglas to get out there, but you know, you got some players that throw it frequently, other players that do not throw it frequently, and Amigorena not one of the guys that throws the backhand too well very often, so you don't prepare for it.
Nicolas keeps his serve on the left side. Powerful backhand. Robote, played by Foronda. Douglas lets it pass. Nicolas goes up forward on the right side. This one crossing and caught by Amigorena. Low bullet. Douglas steps out of the way. Here's Nicolas from the backcourt. Catch by Douglas, crashing into the sidewall. Low runner. Here's Amigorena with the catch. Hard backhand. Picked off the sidewall by Nicolas. Backhand 2-wall. That one opened up and it's out of play. 4 points for Douglas and Nicolas.
Yeah, 2 points back-to-back, ill-advised.
Catch low by Nicolas. He comes out high from the left side and passes. Robote forehand, played back over the top. There's Douglas getting in there. Amigorena lets it pass. Foronda tracks down the Robote, puts it inside on the wall where it scores. 3 points for the Cyclones.
This is what we mean when we say that Highlight, like so many other games, a game of inches. Nicolas will catch that ball all day, every day. But the closer it is to the side wall, the more difficult it becomes. And if it has any contact with that side wall, the spin changes, and it becomes virtually uncatchable.
Nicolas advances on the serve. Powerful throw, caught off the sidewall. Amigorena right back to him. Nicolas stands in there to make the catch. Amigorena from deep in the backcourt. Looking to pass. Nicolas steps back, takes it in overhead. Now Foronda at the 8. Low runner, that kicked up. Magic City bounce, and Nicolas stays with it. This one right on the wall. Nicolas takes it off at the 12 line. Powerful backhand. This one's coming out. Robote forehand. Power to the inside. Nicolas makes the catch again. This backhand, stopped by Amigorena. This one's out of reach. Douglas tracks down the rebote, puts it inside. Amigorena, foot on the wall. He comes down with the ball. Douglas, aggressive play, cuts off another. Deep in the backcourt. What a catch by Amigorena. Douglas again, another powerful backhand, kicking up and out. Foronda just does track it down to the inside with a big bounce. Nicolas with great control on the inside. Brand rebote sticks to the outside. Douglas hangs with it. Amigorena has to go up for it on the right side, makes the catch. Picata looking for the big bounce. Nicolas steps up. Amigorena now on the forehand. He comes over the top, crosses the sidewall. Nicolas, another great play. Hard backhand, drops in the corner. Rebote played by Foronda. Douglas comes cross court. Inside placement, right on the wall.
Beautiful.
What a catch now by Amigorena. Amigorena from the 12 line. This kicks up and out. Douglas up at the 7 line. Picks the rebote off the sidewall. Foronda's got to come back, makes a save of his own. Nicolas charging, lobs it up overhead from the 8 line. Foronda tracks down the rebote, puts it off the sidewall. Nicolas again with the catch. Low runner. There's Foronda cutting off the space. Right back to Nicolas. Amigorena from the 13 line. There's the backhand. Nicolas now getting in there on the right side. Foronda cuts it off from the 7 line. His backhand's coming out. Rebote forehand, picked off the sidewall. Foronda drops it inside. He's got the second bounce to score. 4-4 is the score. Foronda and Amigorena serve.
Really would have liked to have seen Douglas right before this point. He was right there about the 3-4 line, and that's when you have a chance as an aggressive front quarter to kill it. And that's one of the things that we're talking about, that we see him do in singles, that we don't see him do at doubles. It's not the same degree of aggression. It's great catching and it's great throwing and lots of power. Just no shots.
Nicolas kicks it off the sidewall. There's Amigorena with the catch. Nicolas stops another one just beyond the 11 line, launches the backhand, caught by Amigorena. Deep in the backcourt, he puts it along the wall. Douglas has to play the rebote, powers it up the middle. Amigorena now keeps it on the left side. Low runner crosses, handled by Nicolas. Another rebote coming out. Foronda tracks it down, puts it inside. Nicolas runs under it. Rebote forehand. Douglas couldn't get there. Nicolas goes up for it. Comes back over the top. Foronda has it off the sidewall. Kick release on the backhand. Nicolas gets back in there with the catch. Amigorena from deep in the backcourt puts it inside. Caught overhead by Nicolas. Forehand from Nicolas comes out low and hard. That kicks up. Amigorena stays with it with a good catch. Hard backhand. Kicks high off the back wall. Here's the rebote. One-handed catch by Foronda. Doesn't let that ball cross the sidewall. Douglas has to play it on the back end. He lays it up. It's caught again by Foronda off the sidewall. Amigorena makes the catch on the bounce. Powerful backhand. Caught by Nicolas. Amigorena with another play. Keeps this one on the left side. Douglas goes up for it on the forehand. Comes over the top. Amigorena stands back beyond the 13 line. A little higher off the front wall. Douglas stands in to cut it off. Low bullet on the numbers. It scores. What a backhand by Douglas. That brings the Warriors to 5 points and a possible set point.
Now, there's the case where you can overpower your opponent. That was the case with Douglas. Powerful backhand, chest level, all the way to the back wall.
Yeah.
Coming really hard.
Oh, that drops in the corner. Douglas has to make the save. Foronda cuts it off. Foronda. Oh, splitter. That was a change of direction, legal change of motion on the catch of Douglas, and a point to the Cyclones. So effectively, Stu, that's just a hold. I guess that is the all-encompassing term for that.
That's a legal change. No, he caught the ball entirely on the other side of his body, pulled it all the way back to the other side of his body. A legal change of motion.
It can't be one fluid motion.
We flirt with that here at Magic City. We acknowledge that in Battle Court. We pushed that rule a little bit, but that was that was.
If there's ever going to be a whistle, that's the one.
That's illegal change of motion, no question.
Big backhand here. It's 5-5. Rebote played by Douglas to the inside. One-handed catch by Foronda. Nicolas from the 11 line, low bullet. That's picked off by Amigorena now. Backhand. Ooh, drops between them. Going to be a tough Rebote. Douglas lays it up. Foronda attacking. Stops it on the bounce. He rips it inside. Nicolas makes the catch. Hard backhand along the wall. Amigorena gets back there. The return passes. Cutting inside. Douglas lays it up. Picked off the sidewall again by Amigorena. Nicolas forced to step up, makes the catch at the 10, puts it along the wall.
Tough one.
Foronda gets in there to save the Rebote. Douglas, splitter. Oh, that's caught in the air by Foronda. Foronda dropped it in the pad. Point and set. Douglas and Nicolas escape 6-5. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play set number 2.
Definitely a tough one. No question about it.
Oh, an opportunity there from the costado, and Foronda just kind of short-armed it, dropping it in the pad, and 6-5 in favor of the Warriors. They take that opening set. No, and this is really the second-ranked team for the Cyclones taking on one of the Warriors. I mean, still got to give the Cyclones credit. I mean, getting it to 5-5, having a chance there, you got to take that opportunity, and just would really like to have it back. Take a look at some replays here.
Cortada, low and hard.
Beautiful play.
Yeah, excellent play by Nicolas.
Backhand 2-all there by Amigorena.
And great read by Douglas. I mean, he was there, just could not stop it in the basket.
Foronda's catching, I mean, especially off the sidewall and making those plays on the numbers. I mean, he's fearless now, dropping that one in to score. I mean, pretty good throw. Not one that you often see.
This is, I think, this backhand bullet by Douglas. Look, this is chest. Yeah, that's chest level the whole way. Clearly, Amigorena can catch it, but that close to the sidewall, pretty tough
Cutting
catch.
back inside, too,
Absolutely.
as it's approaching Amigorena. That is as difficult as it gets, and in the end, the Warriors they come away with that set 6-5.
Here we are in the ESPN 3 DraftKings players cage. See Douglas with his helmet on, Nicolas sitting on the bench, and on the right-hand side of your screen, we have Foronda, Amigorena sitting next to him. And yeah, the illegal change of motion, just the easiest way to understand it is, for those of you who've been watching for a while, you have catches and throws that happen with the forehand and catches and throws that happen with the backhand and the costado, either on the right-hand side or left-hand side of your body. And in reality, you shouldn't cross over the center line of your body to make that catch and pull it back to the other side. We allow for movement of that center line, but the catch and control clearly happens. I mean, that's about a foot off of his left shoulder.
Yes.
And he throws with his, there's no question. That's a solid example of illegal change of motion, which is very rarely called.
You got to, but the rule highlight, you have to catch and throw in one fluid motion. Yeah. Pretty simply, if you catch the ball on the left side of your body with your right hand,
the first motion is to swing it back to the right. Yeah, of course, because the first motion is to swing it back to the right and then back and then throw. And Douglas made it look beautiful. He did.
He did.
I mean,
as close as you can. But
yeah, absolutely.
The right call. But in the end, Warriors overcome it. They win the set 6-5. Cyclones have the serve to begin set 2. There's a serve by Foronda. Second set has begun. Nicolas with the backhand, who drops in the corner. Foronda left side of Bote, lays it up. Douglas picks it off. Backhand, blasted to the inside. Catch by Amigorena. Nicolas back at the 12, puts it along the wall. Foronda goes up for it. There's a backhand. Stopped on the hop. Nicolas back at the 13. Nicolas reaching low, backhand, kicking up, out to the middle of the court. Rebote played up. Going to be a tough one.
Wow,
stopped by Nicolas, great control. Catch by Amigorena from the left side. There's the low runner. Douglas comes flying in. Amigorena now, right over Douglas's head, caught off. Here's Douglas from the costado, back to the inside, that scores. First point of our second set goes to the Warriors, Douglas and Nicolas.
No question that Amigorena had some idea that he wasn't too far away from that back wall. And the one thing he's not going to do is turn around. Same thing we say about the corner. You know, if you miss the ball or you think you're going to miss the ball and you're standing around the 13 line, do not look behind you to see where the ball went.
Amigorena comes out a little bit lower, scooped up on the bounce, Nicolas. That's caught off the sidewall, Amigorena from the 12 line on the bounce, scooped by Nicolas. Powerful backhand, Nicolas goes up for it, now back up to the 13 line. Foronda reaches in. Nicolas high and hard. This one's coming out a long way. Tracked down at the 5 line. Back to the inside. Nicolas is there. Amigorena steps up from the 11. There's the backhand inside. That's caught by Nicolas deep in the backcourt. Amigorena a little bit higher. Robote played up at the 6 by Douglas, and he passes. Beautiful throw. Crosses the sidewall. Foronda tracks it down. Back up the middle. Nicolas is there. Amigorena steps up. Powerful backhand on the return. Douglas alone for the Robote. He makes a save right up the middle of the court. Amigorena outside placement. Douglas is there from the costado. It's a 2-wall.
Good read.
Foronda gets to it. Foronda's
Carambola.
return. Oh,
Great
what a
catch.
scoop by Douglas. Douglas back to the inside. Amigorena gets there before it crosses the sidewall.
Beautifully played.
Catch by Amigorena. Back beyond the 12. Back to the inside for Nicolas. Oh, Amigorena reaching into the corner, comes out with it, takes Nicolas to the outside. Robote laid up. Nicolas, good control up at the 11. Powerful backhand on the return, stopped by Amigorena. Amigorena, that just does clear. Douglas up at the 5, makes the save. Douglas flying catch. Forehand dropped low off the sidewall, picked up by Foronda, the backhand 2-wall, stopped overhead. Douglas goes for the high 3-wall. It's tipped. Second point for the Warriors.
So you may want to ask, what is it that we heard here? Douglas goes to throw it. 3-wall that he's known for. And Foronda basically screams out, I basically take it in the air. He doesn't think he's going to be able to get to the Robote. So Amigorena reaches out and tries to make the catch.
Robote forehand, power to the inside, stopped on the bounce. Here's Nicolas. Amigorena back over the top. Nicolas, good control from the 12 line. Back into the corner. Amigorena reaches back behind him to secure that catch. Thrown up at the 8, low bullet. Nicolas steps up to it. Backhand from the 12 along the wall. Amigorena gets there. Douglas from the left side. What a throw. That's caught right off the sidewall. Backhand riding the wall. Picked up by Nicolas. Robote tracked down up at the 5 line. Caught by Nicolas on the left side. There's a backhand. Amigorena back beyond the 13. Amigorena up at the 10, a little bit lower. Douglas cuts it off. Strong backhand on the return. Robote laid up. Douglas couldn't get there. Nicolas settles in the backcourt at the 12. Robote forehand. Bounce to the inside. Good scoop by Nicolas. Hard backhand. Dropping off the sidewall. Amigorena gets there. Catch by Amigorena from the 12 line. Douglas able to cut this one off from the costado. Ripped back to the inside. Picked up on the bounce. Amigorena. Oh, Douglas gets there again. This one lobbed up a little bit higher. Robote's coming out. Foronda to the 5 line. Puts it inside. Nicolas with a great read. Steps up to it. Nicolas in the middle of the court. Sidearm play. Back inside. Oh, just slapped up by Foronda. Keeps it going. Here's Douglas. Powerful throw back to Amigorena. Alone for the rebote. It's a 2-wall. Douglas has it. Douglas to the inside. Ooh, Foronda takes it. Foronda rips it back to Nicolas, and he scoops it up. Rebote 2-wall. Oh,
Great
Douglas
catch.
with a good read. Comes back over the top. Amigorena with a great scoop. Hard throw. What a stop by Nicolas now back at the 13. Ball missed on the right side of Foronda. Tremendous point by all 4 players. Goes to the Warriors.
One of the things that we do see in Jai-Alai at almost any level, you see Foronda make a phenomenal catch after a phenomenal catch, or what appear to be difficult catches, and there's one in the middle of the court that's maybe floating or coming slow.
Yeah.
And then someone not familiar with Jai-Alai will look at that and look and say, how did he miss that ball? A game of inches.
Yep.
You have a half-inch margin of error on either side of that ball when it's in the middle of the cesta.
Good catch off the sidewall. There's Nicolas. Powerful throw. Good catch by Amigorena now, deeper in the backcourt. Foronda calls him off on the rebote, powers it inside, back it up. Nicolas scooped it up. Hard throw. Amigorena back there at the 12. Nicolas, same spot, a little bit harder. Amigorena back to the glass, makes a throw. Nicolas goes up for it. This one drops between them. Foronda, he's got to twist it up there. Douglas waits on the floater, secures the catch. Oh, what a backhand. That comes shooting off the back wall. Foronda powers it to the inside. Nicolas now. Catch by Amigorena from the 11 line, coming up the middle. Nicolas. At the feet of Foronda. Amigorena just did get it on the right side. Nicolas uses the sidewall, comes down with the ball. Foronda up in the front court. Splitter.
Good read
Scoop
by
Nicolas. He read it. The carom on the return. Scores.
An even better carom. Really well done.
4-0 in favor of the Warriors. Look at that. Opening up nicely from the outside.
Beautifully done.
And a 4-point lead now. Oh, under serve. Second serve coming up. Nicolas steps around this one, plays the rebote. Oh, right to the right side of Foronda. Foronda, big 3-wall. Douglas knows where to be, and he makes the save. Oh, this ball's floating. Amigorena, great
really
control.
floating.
Long drop shot. That scores
Very well
from
done.
the backcourt.
Yeah, that was solidly done by Amigorena. Again, that same, it's not just thrown soft to the front wall. It's thrown to the corner.
Right, he got the kick off the sidewall.
Exactly, you get, because that just takes that much more off of it when it bounces the second time. That's perfectly thrown by Amigorena. I don't know that I've seen him, well, not my recollection. I don't remember having seen him throw that before.
Not a drop shot.
Not like that.
Not in doubles either.
Throw the ball where your opponent's not. That's what he was able to do.
Nicolas gets to that serve. Hard backhand. High off the back wall. Here's the rebote. Rebote kept to the inside. Nicolas gets back to it. Foronda, got to play another one. He lays this one up. Nicolas controls it on the bounce. Low and hard on the return. Caught
Beautiful
off the
catch.
sidewall. Good play by Amigorena. Douglas now has to play the rebote. He makes a save. Back up the middle. Douglas able to cut it off. Powerful backhand. This is just out of reach of the Cyclones. Foronda tracks it down on the back end. Here's Nicolas. Foronda again cuts it off. This one clears the overhead screen coming out a long way. Douglas at the 5 line. Puts it along the wall. Amigorena, what a great catch. Nicolas, another backhand. Stopped by Amigorena. He's up there at the 11 line. Nicolas stands in. Oh, boy, that's right on the wall. Nicolas pulls it off the numbers. Douglas pushed it up the middle. Foronda gets there. Foronda low and hard on the return. The Cortada scores. Second point for the Cyclones. They serve.
In between the spring and fall battle court seasons, with that pad having been lowered for the second time this year, it's really opened up a few different shots, but not just for everybody. People who know how to throw them. Very well done.
Rebote saved by Foronda.
Oh, what a
catch by Nicolas. Up the wall in the corner and down with the ball. Amigorena, low runner. There's Douglas with the catch. Backhand from the 9. Low bullet. Amigorena's got to scoop it up. He does. Catch by Nicolas. Powerful throw. Foronda got an early start. Tracks it down up at the 7. Puts it inside. There's Nicolas. Nicolas over the top. Foronda missed it. 5 points for the Warriors. Possible set and a possible match point for Douglas and Nicolas.
Douglas and Nicolas most definitely would like to finish it off here. Foronda and Amigorena have done really well. Foronda not playing quite as well as he did last time out in terms of landing shots.
Late call. Douglas gets in there to make the save. Foronda attacking. Puts down her to the outside. Lands in. Nicolas, quick turn to save the rebote. Amigorena now up at the 7. Slows it down to the inside.
What a catch
by Nicolas right off the sidewall. Rebote laid up. Nicolas stands in, waits for it at the 10. There's the backhand. Catch by Amigorena deep in the backcourt. Able to pass on the return now. Douglas looking for the rebote. That's coming out right on the wall. Tough save by Foronda. Right to the forehanded Douglas. He powers it inside.
Not coming
and
out.
It scores for the win. Point, set, and match. Douglas and Nicolas taking straight set, 6-5, 6-2. Warriors add a point and a half for that doubles win. They now jump ahead on the game day score, 1.5 points to just 1 for the Cyclones. Coming up next, 6-division singles match, Williams and Stan against Bueno and Rock, and after that, 3 singles matches, 2nd division, 3rd division, and 1st division in that order. Douglas and Nicolas here ready to go in the DraftKings Players Cage. Here they are, #1 doubles team of the Warriors, Douglas and Nicolas. Back in the win column, he said, dropping your last 2 matches, what was the difference today to defeat this Foronda and Amigorena team?
Yeah, obviously with Manu out, you know, it was Amigorena is a good player. He has a really good backhand. He throws a lot of low and hard backhands, which can cause a lot of issues. And Foronda is a very scrappy player with a lot of shots. We just played like we always did. We played consistent. We played calm, and we knew that if we played with pretty much mistake-free, we'd have a pretty good chance of winning. That's what we did.
Awesome, guys. Congratulations. Another great performance. See what happens up next.
Thank you.